Good day. This is an Elliott Wave intraday alert being recorded on Thursday, April the 10th at 9:50 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Well, obviously the markets are really beginning to break down again, and we've seen the Dow down over 2,000. We've seen the Nasdaq down about 1,200 or 1,300, and the S&P down close to 300. We are bouncing right now. Don't know how long that bounce is going to last. So the best I can do is I've taken down the count for right now because obviously it is not just a small internal fourth wave with still a fifth wave up to produce a minor first wave as I was discussing this morning. So taking it back, even if I have to leave this as the end of an intermediate fourth wave, let's just say that I got to want that from here that this is one. Either that or I'm going to take it from, let me just readjust for 1 second. I'm going to go like here and I'm going to activate the drawing because I'm realizing that I needed it down below. From there, I can say that the whole thing is one. Minute wave one, minor wave one, whatever it's going to be. And then we're in a wave two. Because what I was noticing is like this could be A, this could be the B, and we're coming down in a C wave. And so, because to me, it's like it's not one, two, three, because that doesn't count because that's too long. So it has to be that this is A and this is B, or 1, 2, and that we're dropping kind of out of the sky in the third wave. Now, that's also a possibility. Now, but if I'm only looking for a wave two, then I've got 618, which is 5116. All right, so now we're truly 100 points above that again. So unless they could decide again that, well, we're okay, and they start just taking things down again for whatever the reason was. Now, let's just remember what's also going on in the background here, and it has to do with volatility. Volatility was up over 10. Now they're bringing it down also as the market moves. This is all done algorithmically, by the way, but we have to just consider that our volatility levels are cruising higher. The VIX is up 15, and these are on downticks. So the VIX future is just up just under 10. So volatility is high, put demand is high. So everything is kind of turning around as these levels get taken out that I give you, the spot gamma levels, that it forces a lot of trading. So it's really tied to option trades versus just people changing their minds. So I believe that there's so many options trading in all of these, and we saw that massive turn yesterday. So that was them reversing positions. Now are they reversing them back out again? And you're going to see how they just turned this bar. They just turned the hourly bar green. It's amazing. So the best I can come up with is a 1, 2, and if that's the case, let me give you the next one up, and that's going to give you upside levels. We're going to have to just put in this, and we're going to go up to that level, and then we're going to come back down to this level. So coming back up, we got 5308, 5406, 5486, 5566, 5679. Those are all just the levels coming back up. If this is 1, 2, and now we're going to start heading higher again. So, and again, then try to explain that. I can't. What were they doing? I don't know. I wasn't in there. I don't know what the algorithm is programmed for, but I can only surmise that it was very likely on the way down. So, with the market and the S&P getting up to 5529, I can back down and I can say, well, as soon as we broke 5,500 on the way down, which was pretty early, we broke through the large gamma 3, and then at 5,200 in the SPX, 5232 here in the ES, we broke the put wall and large gamma 3, which leaves open the next level, which is at 5,000, which is large gamma 1. Breaks 5,000, all of this is dead meat and we're going down. So we stopped after the put wall. So the put wall at 52.33 drove that lower. So either that's all been taken off or they're just buying it back up to keep the put wall in place. I'm not sure. But again, if we come back down and take it out again, 52.32. If we take it out again, I would expect the selling to get intense again. And that's likely could force then the next level, which is 50.32. So again, what we're also doing is just take back everything that got put on yesterday. So reason behind it, as I mentioned in the comment on YouTube, very possible that it's the House passing the most beautiful bill, and I'm quoting the president, the most beautiful bill ever, which is his budget plan. And if it includes reinstating the tax breaks, the market may decide, no, that ain't good. And they just start taking it down. So again, not sure. I'm not reading anything as to why. If somebody else does, leave it in a comment. What I can tell you is these are the levels. I will figure out on an Elliott basis what's going on, but I wanted to get some alerts out there to show you where these levels are and what they're breaking, which is forcing additional selling. If they come down again and break it all over again, they're 2 points above it right now. It might re-engage it and shove it down even lower again in a little swing. And then we're heading towards that next level, which is 50.32. Our moving averages are also responding. 20 is declining, the H declining, the 50 is going flat, and the 200 is staying flat. All right, let's go over and take a look at the Nasdaq real quick. In the Nasdaq, I didn't quite get around to taking all that down. I did here. And so I just ran it from that low to that high, saying if this is one coming down, we got through the 50%, that's 18,069, and we're still trading above it, but our next level down would be 17,753. So we did break below 18,000. In fact, we were getting close to breaking below 17,900 before they decided they loved it and they were going to buy it all back. Now, in the NDX, I can tell you currently we're trading 18,240. We went through the zero gamma, which was at 18,000. Now, did we get up there? Yeah, we did. So first thing we did, we reversed out and at 19,034. So coming off, but that happened actually before we started today, because that high is actually 19,186. So let me just backtrack this. 19,114. 19,114 would have been, here. Actually right in here. That was the large gamma 4. And then 18,114. 18,114 is the put wall, which we broke. And now if we come back down, they might be trying not to let that happen again. But if we come back down and break it, then I think we get an additional shove. But already part of it, I might do part two, and then we get it even further. So 18,114 here in the NQ is the put wall. Breaking that, I think then that takes us below, and we start to really just tumble again. As we have pretty much the same way as we did on the way up, but now we're going on the way down. So again, remember the volatility is just spiking. We're getting very strong vol numbers. And so what we need to do is you just keep trading. Again, if you're a position trader, I know it's extremely difficult, really difficult. If you're a day trader or even a swing trader, you're trying to play these little swings. And that can be very difficult because they're happening quickly. There it goes. Now we got the president out there saying something. What is he saying? Trump says there will be a transition cost, transition problems on tariff, but in end will be incredible thing. And then the defense secretary said that we, along with Panama, are pushing China out. Really, that's kind of not sounding very good, is it? So it's a personal thing, it seems to be, between the Trump administration and the government of China. And I'm not sure who can win that war. All right, so let's back to here. I think that it's like if we continue to go lower right now, they're deciding that they love that news. They love that it's like, yeah, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. We're battling China. So, okay, so that if they take it higher and we start to build back up, then this really is just going to be like, I would label this 1, 2 on an upside move. Again, as I said this morning, what we're really witnessing as well is that the swings are much, much larger because it started that way. So any correction is going to be an overstatement, basically. It's going to be overdone. And then to push it all the way back up, they got to overdo it because they're flipping so much delta and gamma and options. They're flipping it around. And so the algorithms are just basically just adjust, hedge. And it's all computer driven. And that's making us that stand on the sidelines going like, whoa, what's going on? Wonder. But again, using the fibs that I have in place, if we break 618, I think the market can be cooked. And our next level would be bringing it back down to where we started the whole thing. And that is 16,728. Could that happen this afternoon? Yeah. Why not? The other one happened in yesterday afternoon, so why wouldn't it happen again? It could. Or are they going to buy it all the way back up? They could. They absolutely could. They did it yesterday. Why wouldn't they do it again today? That's the insanity that we're dealing with right now. Putting an Elliott wave count around it, I will, but I got to let this all settle and tell me what is going on. All right, I'm just going to get this out, get it posted. The next update for membership levels will be the daily tonight. By the way, also, just as a side note, if you have an interest in the membership, just send me an email or within the description, you will see where it says join this channel. And so there's a little link and you can just join and you will be on the memberships and then you're going to get the morning, the daily, you'll get it all. All right.